the billion-dollar question. What in the heck is going to happen to the 2024 real estate market? All right. I want to get you up to date on the current local Sarasota market. So if you haven't yet watched the end of December 2023 market video with Andrew and myself, please check that out first to get you up to speed on what's happened as we ended 2023. Double-digit increases to be sustained year after year after year is just not sustainable. It's not realistic. And so we want to kind of bring everybody back down to reality now and talk about what is more sustainable, what we can expect in 2024 based on the historical data, based on the end of 2023. Markets don't shift overnight, although sometimes in reflecting back, they tend to look like that. Like when I look back at 2008, 2009, the Great Recession, it did feel like that was very fast. I guess maybe but I was much newer in the business and I was younger and not as experienced. So when I look back at that, yes, it felt very fast. So what we saw is not normal. What we're heading into is sort of a correction of sorts. Our sales volume is up, generally speaking, in the 30 percentile as we ended the year. But our prices have remained kind of stable. And so just not seeing them exorbitantly increase is a start to the transition into the new year here. Right. I'm quoting Robert Goldman, local realtor with Michael Saunders and Company. Shout out to Michael Saunders. Quote, "It is a remarkable thing when you consider how high mortgage rates went up as it relates to 2023's flat price increase." Robert Goldman goes on to say, while the runaway home prices experienced in 2021 and 2022 seem to be over, Goldman noted that 2024 should be a good year for homeowners, given Fed Chairman Jerome Powell indicated in mid-December that nation's central bank would cut rates 3 times next year, meaning this year. So if they do that, if the rates continue to stabilize and or go on a downward trend, that will increase demand. I know that some buyers are sitting on the fence waiting for the interest rates to go down and or stabilize, and I understand that. But keep in mind, other people are doing the same thing, which will push the demand up, and also that will therefore push the prices up. It is my very humble professional opinion to buy when it's time for you to buy, right? Secure that lower price. I mean, prices are going to eventually kind of go up more upward on the upward trend. And especially when rates do go down, we all saw what the 2 and 3% rates did, right? It skyrocketed the demand from buyers. I'm not saying we're going to see that again. I don't think I will see that in my lifetime. I could be wrong, but I would say secure a property for a lower price while you have that room to negotiate. We have a lot of new construction that's going to be closing here in the Sarasota area, namely the St. Regis condo and hotel project on Longboat Key. And the reason I point that out in this 2024 predictions video is because that is a huge, huge step for our market as it relates to luxury. Our luxury market has exploded. So those prices, when they first secured the project, were at one level. I think the one bedrooms were starting at 2 in the 2 million range. And during the contract process, because of supply chain issues, the cost of really everything going up, every person that was under contract on that project had a price increase of 13%. The majority of those buyers remained, and of the other people, the buyers that had exited their contracts, those had been already resecured by new buyers. So that project is a huge undertaking and it has been going on for a couple years now, slated to be completed this summer, 2024. I have some clients that purchased in there and they're thrilled, and it's a very exciting project, not only for Longboat Key, but for our local market here. So that is huge. Sarasota is also one of I think the only city in the world that has not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 Ritz-Carlton towers right here in Sarasota, Florida. That alone puts us on the map even more, as if we weren't already on the map. 5 Ritz-Carlton towers. That's incredible. So lots going on with the luxury market. The downtown has exploded. I think that we will start to, again, see the properties, the values stabilize. Another take on what will happen in 2024 coming from, I don't know if you all watch Patrick Bet David. He's a big influencer on social media, and he sold his insurance company, I think it was, several years back, I think, for about 20 million. Ironically, one of my clients, their group purchased his company. So it's like 2 degrees of separation, right, in the world. So I actually follow Patrick Bet David. He's just got a wonderful mind, and he contributes a lot to, the real estate and just politics and all that kind of stuff. And so I value his opinion, and I thought it would be interesting to bring forth another opinion on the channel here. And his video, check it out if you can find it on social media, Patrick Bet David. The 2024 real estate market will be chaotic, was his opinion. And I don't know if that was to catch views on YouTube. It caught my view. So it worked. But I think what he meant by that, and what he was saying in the video, was that there's a lot of things happening in 2024, right? We're watching the interest rates, obviously. There's wars around the world, right? Turkey's getting ready to maybe jump in, and they've got a really strong military. We've got an election year. So these are all external factors that might come into play, or should come into play during this 2024 real estate market. And a lot of times we get asked, okay, well, there's an election year, what's going to happen? I mean, and, quite frankly, yeah, some people are going to wait and see what happens. I would suggest securing a property at a lower price, because when is the best time to buy? It's probably now versus 5 years from now, if you think about it. And I always suggest people buying with that 5-year mentality plus, because, if you're in it for a short term, buying and flipping, it's not really my thing. I'm a big proponent of buying and holding real estate. It always goes up after a while, right? It might go up and down. If it goes down and you're not selling, why does it matter for you personally, right? You're just going to buy and hold it. So Patrick Bet David went on to say, that during chaotic times, and I know Warren Buffett talks about this too, that chaotic times can create very wealthy people. And if you see opportunities where other people are fearful, be greedy. Where people are greedy, be fearful, right? That's a Warren Buffett quote, which I love. And another thing he says is, when the tide rolls out, you see who's swimming naked. I love that, because it's such a great visual. Because it's true, you see who's really over leveraged. And, I hate to say it, but people do take advantage of people in the marketplace. And for some, getting out from underneath a property that they just can't afford, it's another opportunity for an investor, right? And so that's going to happen. I know here in the Sarasota market, I did see one of my first foreclosure properties on Longboat Key, actually. And interestingly enough, it's not labeled as such. It's not even labeled as a foreclosure. But there is one on Longboat. I don't know what the rules are, but technically, I don't know. These banks follow their own rules, but that's a different topic. So, there are going to be opportunities for those who have over leveraged as well. I think in summary, what we can expect to see in the 2024 real estate market is some stabilization. I would anticipate properties sitting on the market a little bit longer. I know at the end of market update video that we just put out for December 2023, it was running at about 20 some days on the market in general, from contract to from listing date to contract date. And that is exceptionally fast. During a normal market, it's about 90 days. So I wouldn't be surprised if in the first quarter of 2024, we saw days on the market inch up more toward 30 days on the market, because here locally, our season is considered January, February, March, April. And so with that, we have more properties that come up. We do have more buyers that come. We also have more buyers that tend to be sort of looky-loos, kind of everyone and their brother that come here to look because they're on vacation. So that's our job, to weed those people out as much as we can and service the buyers that are starting to look as well. So it's, I think, a little bit of a balance for the realtors, and also in educating our sellers that, with the rates still high, they're still in the sevens. I know they're trying to stabilize, but educating our sellers as well, because we're going to get asked, why is my property sitting a little bit longer? And that's just part of the changes in the markets. And as an agent here since 2002, just know that I'm living, breathing, eating, functioning real estate from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed. Quite literally, it's probably excessive. I should probably get a life. But I love what I do. I love helping my clients make money. I love helping you secure a property that you're just excited about, that you can build memories in with you and your family. And, it's a great investment. And so it's an exciting thing. And I understand that this is the biggest investment most people make in a lifetime. And I've been doing this long enough to understand and know how to maneuver through a variety of markets. This is no different, and so I'm here to help you. I'm here to advise you for whatever your needs are, whatever your timing is. There's always a time to purchase. There's always a time to sell. So I would love to hear from you, and I appreciate your comments, you guys, and your subscribing. I'm excited to bring forth more content this year based on your feedback as well. I want to hear that because I want to know the direction you want the channel to head. As your Sarasota expert, thank you again. Please call me anytime, 941-544-7690.